proud of you.
It's after 11 o'clock. I've had coffee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a wonderful thing.
Wonderful.
With your little...
It ain't. I upgraded. It is no longer a third grade ponytail today.
Okay, I see. Yes.
We on grown women vibes. I'm like in high school right now.
That's what I'm talking about. See, yes. Very good.
All right, Sugar Bear.
It's Honey Bear.
Honey Bear.
Or something like that. I don't know what they call me. Between Black Diamond, Honey Bear, Sugar Bear, Mandingo, the list goes on and on, but depends upon the day of the week. You're tuned in to this, another Profit and Growth segment where we're always looking to give you something for your head, something for your heart, and something for your hands to do. We are an intelligent people, so we want to make sure that we get the right information to you so that you can make the right decisions. But then we also emote. We are passionate. We feel some things, so we want you to feel during this segment. But then we also want you to take away some homework assignments, do some things, so that your tomorrow is better than your today. Family, we are so excited about being back here in the studio. We have been traveling the world over, going all of the wonderful places all over the country and broadcasting and bringing it back to you live. Family, we got people out in LA. We got people out in Las Vegas. We got people down in Atlanta. We are making it happen, moving and shaking. And that is all for your benefit. But today, we're in the studio, in the comforts of our home, where we can be ourselves and we can act up. And we don't have to worry about the cameras. We don't have to worry about security. We don't have to worry about the police and the popo because the doors are locked. And depending upon how things go, the lights may get turned out. But we are here for an absolutely phenomenal time because we have brought into the studio. What you looking at me for?
I'm just the doors locked. We don't know if the lights coming on. Did you pay the bill? What's going on? You want me to call FEMA? What happened?
You gonna find out.
You're gonna learn today.
That's right.
My goodness.
Did you turn the air on, Madam Producer? I'm getting a little hot up in here.
Did you call her Medusa?
No, Madam Producer.
Oh.
I didn't call her Medusa. Why would I call her Medusa?
I didn't know what was going on.
That would be an insult. I don't insult people. I just share love. That's what I do. We need to love.
We do need to
more.
love.
We live in a society where people are just so, I don't know, hateful and so spiteful and just want to crab barrel mentality people and just pull people down and just.
So you think we need to connect more?
In a positive way. We connected. We just punching people in the face and stuff and kicking them while they down.
Why you live in a gated community if you believe
to be protected? I don't want to get punched in the face. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to be safe. She's
asking you about the air, sir.
Oh Lord, that's all right. We'll suffer. If you see sweat beads coming down from my forehead, then you'll know why. See, the hair came on. She figured it out.
When you get Botox, you don't sweat in the front anymore.
I have no knowledge of that. But maybe Patrice has had Botox, but I guess she'll share that a little bit later during her Botox story.
Let us know about your doctor.
Because Patrice, she was a wretch undone. So
you lost, now you found?
Yeah, she was really lost, and she was really out there. And I'm talking about from the guttermost type of, just real deep down. And it was a dark and just a murky place.
Murky.
I want to
hear about this.
Patrice.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm doing fabulous.
That is wonderful.
Especially after coming from such a murky place. I am absolutely amazing.
Yes.
For that introduction.
Yeah.
I am honored.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. See, it's
my God.
so uplifting,
so
positive.
Honored. Yes, absolutely.
But you have a book out.
I do have a book out.
Wonderful. Congratulations.
Yes. Tell us about
your piece.
Well, the title of the book is God Loves the Girl in the Ripped Jeans Too.
Wow.
And it's actually a collection of poetry with a couple spoken word pieces in throughout the poem. And I don't know, like that poem, I would say the book itself started probably 8 years ago, not as a book, just me writing. I've always been a writer. And
Is that
I never...
BC or AC when it started? What? I'm just clarifying for the people. What you give me that look
It would
for?
totally be AC.
You sure?
I'm positive.
I want to know about the BC version.
And just to clarify, we are speaking before Christ, after Christ.
Yes, we
Right,
are.
right. So when I first started the book, well, let's just go back a little bit.
Exactly.
Right. So we
Yes.
have to go
Let's take it way back.
set the
before the
scene.
book.
Exactly.
Set the scene.
The story
Scene.
before the glory.
I was born in Niagara Falls, New York.
Okay. Shout out
My
to-
dad is from New Orleans, Louisiana, and he was military.
mean
met
New
my
Orleans?
mom. Absolutely, New Orleans.
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Yes.
We gonna
So-
be in
New
New
Orleans,
Orleans.
baby.
Are you coming to New Orleans with us? Or
I'm
no?
coming to New Orleans.
You are?
I didn't know y'all was coming out. I'm coming.
It's
That's
been in all the
successful.
emails and stuff.
I got one. We ain't gonna talk about no email. Who's over
Is
the
your
email?
internet working? Oh, okay.
The Profit and Growth Hour. The
I
buzz.
just want to make sure
It's
that
against you in your
Do I
email.
need to give you $10 for your internet or something?
Listen, call him an Uber driver right now. He needs
I'm
to
just
go.
saying. What kind of phone you got? You got a Cricket or something? Or does it work? I don't know.
My Cricket. I do not have Cricket for your information.
Okay, once
I got
again,
Blue Six
no
Words.
shade.
Go ahead, Patrice. We thank God for truth.
Absolutely, you have to stand in your
Yes.
truth.
Yes, walking my truth.
Being transparent.
Everybody
absolutely.
has to walk in their truth. So anyway, bottom line, I grew up in Niagara Falls, not actually knowing my dad. I knew of him. I knew what he looked like.
Okay.
And occasionally I recognized his voice. He would call me every so often to check on us. And I was living with my grandmother for the most part when my mother worked and whatever. She, not trying to throw her under the bus, but
Yeah.
she was also trying to get her life right.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
when she had boyfriends or whomever, I tend to be at my grandmother's house more often. Wow, like
Mama got needs too.
Mama does, and she definitely
She's getting her swerve
handles
on.
her needs for sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Bless her
So
heart.
yes,
What's her phone number?
right.
What's up? He in a gated community. I'm gonna just slide his mic forward. Just keep talking.
Okay, yes. Because I'm not.
I want to make the disclaimer for everyone who is a pet owner out there. We have collectively decided as a group that he has this shock collar on his neck, and anytime he goes
We can
left,
just-
we're gonna bzzz, we're gonna hit that, and he
Right.
gonna bring it in.
That's it. Just the imaginary.
Yeah,
All right.
But you'll never have to use it because
I don't have to use it.
Never.
the
Okay.
whole show we did. He just telling the stories. But you can go ahead and continue, Patrice. I'm telling you, the collar is there for a reason.
It's an accessory.
Right. An asset. The collar is an accessory that
Exactly.
enhances
Exactly.
your behavior.
Part of my superpower.
You don't wear your underwear on
What?
the outside of your clothes.
You haven't seen me at certain times.
Dun, dun, That was a good punchline.
I was on the west side the other day.
Oh, you was over there near
Yeah.
Brookshire?
Yeah, you had to sort of
And Quick
wear
Trip?
it on the outside. So that's how you get street credit.
You get street credit for
learning.
selling for Quick Trip. But keep going.
Being here in Charlotte,
Yes.
I am learning. So
You spent a lot of time at your
I spent a lot of time, and then I had 3 stepdads. So like literally,
3?
my mother got married, changed her
times.
last name, lived with her stepdads, and then there were a couple fiancés, and throughout
Is this
my
for financial
childhood,
reasons?
no, absolutely not.
She didn't
So,
profit from.
One boyfriend ended up being a drug addict who threatened to kidnap my brother and I when my mother left him. So we actually literally had to hide out at a friend's house. And when she went home one day to get us some clothes, she kind of had so her gut told her something was up, so she called the police and had them meet her at the house, and he was laying in her bed with a gun waiting for her to walk in.
My God.
Butt naked or?
No, not butt naked. He was,
Okay.
not, the only thing he was expecting to do was to take
Kill
her
her.
out. That was it.
Oh, wow.
One of her boyfriends when we lived in St. Louis, because we moved at one point in time.
I'm from St. Louis. Where you from?
Really?
Girl, what's
So
up?
that's what explains it.
That
Okay, I
explains
was
I'm
trying
moving your mic
I was
forward.
trying to figure out what the issues were.
Really?
Now it's
Well, to
coming
stay
clear.
out of the hood, we ended up staying in an apartment in the suburbs, but it was a 1-bedroom and it was like 10 of us.
Y'all
like
was in
no
Florissant,
lie.
in Ferguson. Where was y'all at?
Oh no, we were outside of East St. Louis because my almost stepdad pastored a church in East St. Louis.
Oh, where? Because I taught
Reverend
the state.
Winston.
What was the name of this church?
I do not remember.
I graduated from East St. Louis Senior High. So
wow,
yeah.
you would know if I remembered.
Yeah.
I was like 8, 9, and 10.
Yeah, that's when I was
really
over
don't
there.
remember.
Yeah, okay.
But the Winstons, pretty much Winston in St. Louis.
Did y'all know any Januaries?
Was that your baby daddy?
My baby daddy, my ex-husband's last name is Johnson. Thank you very much.
Okay.
And see, this
Was
is
he
what
a
we do.
pastor?
No, he was not a pastor.
Okay.
See?
No, because you a church girl and stuff. So
How you know I'm a church girl?
Because you told me.
We thank God for him.
Okay.
We thank God for
For the
every
memory.
light-skinned man that has an
Well, I'm
800
just
credit score,
saying.
wears 3
You
watches,
just-
and lives in a gated community. Sugar
You know,
Bear.
She's a wonderful Christian girl. She's a good girl. Anais.
What? Hold on.
Yeah.
Pardon me, Patrice.
Yes.
What, for all our listeners out there, please explain to us when people say that you are a good girl, what is a good girl?
What is a good?
I wanna know
and
what a
are
good
you
girl is.
insinuating?
I just
by
wanna
the
know what's a good
label
girl.
Good girl. Because I know what is
was
insinuated.
raised in the fear and the admonition of the Lord.
Okay.
And she carries herself in a respectable, godly manner because she serves as an ambassador to Jesus Christ.
So she's a dignified woman.
Absolutely. A Proverbs 31 woman.
That's more
Okay.
than a good girl, though.
That is, a good girl sounds like, oh, you don't do that. You're not exposed to that yet.
Right.
Like when I hear
you're
good girl, that's what I hear.
sheltered and
Really?
you don't know anything.
When I hear that, that's what comes up.
No, she doesn't know.
But
She's a good girl.
Though I've been raised in the church, I started going to the clubs at 12.
Oh, that was me.
You serious?
Yeah, I joined the gang at 13.
No, you did
Yes, I
not.
did.
You
I
serious?
did. I'm so
That's actually why
I
we left
thought
St. Louis.
Really?
Because my brother was dipping and dabbling. And he was like 7th grade. I was like 5th grade. It was literally, I would stay the night at my friend's house and my mother picked me up. The car was packed. And I'm like, where are we going? She was like, oh, we're moving back home. I'm like, home where? She's like, to Niagara Falls. And that was one of the reasons.
Wow.
My grandfather had gotten sick, but she said that she felt like my brother was kind of getting too far out there. And my
It's a real life to
stepbrothers
pull you
at the
into.
time were both in gangs.
Yeah.
So, absolutely.
It's a real life.
Yeah, St. Louis was real back then. It was actually the murder capital of the world. That was the label.
It was.
When I lived
think
there.
I think they are number 2 now.
Right.
Or number 3. But they were number 1.
Yeah,
St.
they
Louis
were
was.
for a while.
Like now they're like 2 or 3?
2 or 3, yeah. I
Really?
think they're probably 1 in AIDS.
I think
Number one in
Baltimore
what?
got them AIDS.
Oh, they got them in AIDS.
Yeah, Baltimore is the AIDS
AIDS.
capital.
Like HIV,
Yeah.
like AIDS.
AIDS.
Like you die, AIDS.
Yes.
AIDS. Not HIV, AIDS.
Which is worse, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's like death sentence.
Yes.
Right.
Oh.
So I lived in Baltimore for a year. I was single the entire time.
Wow.
I said, oh,
I
absolutely
believe-
not.
oh, that's
I
how I
am
feel.
Not playing with
You know,
my
shout out
life.
to everybody living in Atlanta, but I was told
You
before I
could
date
still
anybody.
fornicate and be single.
Well, not when you live there and all you hear on the radio is how rampant the AIDS
Wow.
virus is.
In
and you just
Baltimore?
and you decide I'm just not going to take any chances.
That's crazy.
Like absolutely.
Don't you like? Isn't there ways to
There are, but I
yourself?
just
I
felt
don't
like I'm
know,
going to
but-
take the safest route and just
abstinence?
abstain.
That
And I
is
did.
the best
I
policy.
actually lived there for 9 months and I abstained 8 of those 9 months.
She said 8 of the 9.
I did. I'm just being
That 1
honest.
month, she
That
just
one
that
month.
1
Oh,
month,
wait a minute.
she just went buck
So,
wild. She
there's
couldn't
a
hold
difference
out.
between
She was like,
celibacy
woo, woo.
And abstinence.
Yeah.
I am now celibate, but at that time I was just abstaining. I did not vow and say, oh, I'm going to be celibate for this purpose.
Okay.
I was abstaining really because I felt like I can't trust these dudes. I don't know them.
How long were you there?
I was there 9 months.
Oh my gosh, that's a good amount of time to kind of purge yourself and just leave it where it's at.
Right.
What do you think, Dr. Bass?
Did you get the background checks back yet? You know, I'm sitting
I don't have a
between
record.
these 2 women, and she talk about they were in gangs and living
a
in AIDS
testimony.
territory and
It's a
all.
testimony.
I understand that, but
It is.
I need to make sure that you've been purged and set
So I don't
free
have a record, thank
and
God.
delivered. You don't have to have a record to do bad. That just means you didn't get caught. Exactly. That's all that means. That just means you didn't get caught.
I mean, I did get caught.
Oh, family, we gonna come back from break, and we gonna talk about this.
Yes.
This is gonna get juicy. Yes, Lord. Gonna get some oil and everything up in here. You are tuned in to the Profit and Growth Hour here on WDRB Media, the voice of the community.
You tried it.
You gotta press the button, Alveda. Oh. Yes.
Oh, it's still going.
Were you still going?
I know, right?
It's still
I keep
broadcasting.
telling him that they need to hold on to the bloopers, Patrice, because he acts up on break.
I do.
Well, if that wasn't